It is time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Friday morning, July 22nd, 2016. Good morning to you all on this lovely Friday morning, 22nd of July, 2016. Here are your news and odds on our top story at 8:30 a.m. on this Friday morning is... In a wide-ranging speech that ran over an hour, Donald Trump had to tackle the difficult job of sealing open rifts in the Republican Party, which makes his case to the rest of the American public as the general election began in earnest. Today, one of our all-time favorite talks turns 3. Prince George, the boy who will be king, has had quite an adventure during his short time in his planet. He's already met the President of the United States. The man who drove a truck into the crowd and these friends killed 84 people upon his July 14th attack from unsupported accomplices, Paris prosecutor Francois Bonds said on Thursday. The news that sexual harassment allegations have cost Roger Ailes' job threatened to obscure Ailes' single career almost as an evil influence in his public sphere. New Delhi, India. A search is underway for Indian Air Force plane that went missing Friday morning, the nation's military said. Hong Kong and investigators prepared to wind down the Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 search after more than 2 fruitless years. The airline industry is still working to raise safety standards to prevent another place from going missing. Paris, the latest on a truck attack in Nice, France, as President Francois Hollande said France has sent equipment to erect the department and increase military help to fight Islamic State extremists. The Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has hoped that the U.S. will quickly spare our nemesis Fethullah Gulen out of real Pennsylvania Central Turkey for plotting the last week. Failed coup against his government. Displaced people this month at the United Nations come out in Juba, South Sudan. Many of the cities say that they are frustrated with a government that has failed to ensure peace and stability of the people. An Ohio-based rapper said he received an email from Gavin Laws less than an hour before the gunman killed 3 law enforcement officers in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Cincinnati, a Facebook post by a black officer in the city's police department is under review. Thursday afternoon, officer commented that white officers are looking for a reason to kill a black man. Austin police faced a series of questions after local media revealed this weekend in a video of an officer yanking a woman from her car and violently throwing her to the ground during a traffic stop. Ted Cruz said not to support candidates who wage personal attacks such as Donald Trump. Hugo, Colorado. A Colorado town has warned residents to avoid tap water after pyramid test for THC, the chief psychoactive ingredient of marijuana in a local well. West Palm Beach, Florida. 24 people were treated for minor injuries after an American Airlines flight was forced to evacuate and went away to West Palm Beach, Florida. New York. Hill Clinton inspector announced Virginia Senator Tim Kaine as a roommate Friday morning, sources said Thursday. New York City police bombs are being held in series after they drove away from what appeared to be a bomb from Times Square. Wednesday night, police said. Porterville, California. A police dog in Central California died after he entered the police car. He was shot off and turned off the air conditioner, police said. London shares fell on Friday after soft U.S. corporate results pulled Wall Street back from broken eyes, and sterling slipped as the first snapshot of the UK economy since the foot of last month, but believed the European Union painted the bleak picture. London, Britain's economy is shrinking to the broadcast area. Business confidence since last month's historic vote to quit the European Union showed on Friday. Leading finance minister Philip Hammond will get pledged to loosen on purse strings. Amazon announced Thursday that get into the student loan market. They Corporate Giant Stephen Wells Fargo give student loan borrowers a break in their loans. Shock knock at it. Borrowers across the counter headed that highway. The summer with gas prices the lowest have been in July in a dozen years. Warsaw, Poland. An expansion of Finland. Russian natural gas pipeline in the Baltic Sea. Nord Stream would end a market combination of Polish antitrust authorities said Friday. Adelaide, Australia. Showed quarterly pressures, but year improvements. Australian energy company Santos decided its strategy is supported forward momentum. Zhang, Switzerland. Offshore wind company Transocean revealed it started out a new contract for drilling deep waters at the U.S. Gulf of Mexico found a reduced day rate. Paris. French energy company Total said on Friday that it landed a 17-year agreement since by liquefied natural gas to the Chinese market started in 2019. London, the energy market has cleared the quarter by the emergency still face headwinds without significant price recovery, Schellenberger's CEO said. Alright, today is going to start today. Down 778.18, 517.23. SP 52165.17. Then Nasdaq 5073.90. After a 20-month experiment in a large underground exit dark matter detected a particle that holds the key to the center of the mass universe. Remains hidden. Honey Hunter on the yes it holds a mail. Greater honey got temperature capture effect. Research to the NASA Natural Reserve of the Mozambique. In 1995, you had told me probably come eventually for scientific identity that's been the subtext boost. Over the 50 years, he would have laughed at you. Strokes. Characterized by bleeding inside a lot of the brain, more common among smokers, especially women researchers report. Florida mosquito control officials worried that they won't be able to keep up the effort, so contain the bugs that carry Zika without federal funding. 1/3 of the college students vaccinated for Group B medical disease during an outbreak at campus produced no immune response to the outbreak strain. Found nearly all responded to the 2 strains involved, included in the vaccine researchers examined. Cleveland, Donald Trump painted a picture of disability in America and sold himself as the only one could fix it as he accepted a Republican nomination here Thursday night. Trump delivered himself talk by a great crowd. As a guest on Thursday's Late Show, Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren gave host Stephen Colbert's abuse Clippers on whether her speech might look like next week when he speaks at the Democratic National Convention. Donald J. Trump's eldest daughter, Ivanka, introduced the Republican presidential nominee on Thursday in her speech. Ms. Trump offered a different tone to most of the other convention speakers. Another, Hillary Clinton was widely expected to reveal a choice of running mate in the coming days as she makes a 2-day streak about the crucial general election ballot in the Grand State of Florida. Alright, take a look at local news in North Attleboro. Just in time for the Swartland weekend, Falls Pond will be open for swimming. The town's most popular pond is closed for the week because of elevated bacteria levels. People will be able to cool off the pond's beach during the anticipated heat wave after tests found the prevalent E. coli in the pond had dropped dramatically, the health department said. Last week saw 250 colonies of bacteria per 100 millimeters water, just over the stated post, limited to 235 colonies. This week, just 10 colonies per 100 millimeters were found, close to usual findings this summer at Falls Pond. Mansfield of 2 teenage miles to get out by concern for victims of disappeared by asking 5 miles, raise money for research into debilitating disease. Attleboro City Plan is hoping to expand the use of the desert so to make it more attractive for development is hoping to close the deal between 30 Hospital and the Attleboro redevelopment of 40. The rest of the country has been aboard in the days of the American high temperatures now that the heat wave is washing over the Attleboro area and the rest of New England. Franklin, the Florida driving town, is in for a big change starting on Tuesday. We'll talk about a dedicated planet and reconstructed around us at the town center. Reopen after a decade. Reopen tradition dating back to 1999, which is Boston Post kid is making a comeback. Mansfield, while many people's minds are focused on beach vacation trips, town officials and volunteers get up to promote business that attracts shoppers and fun seekers to town. Boston, police say the driver of the duck that struck an injured woman across the Boston Street this month has been cited. Police said she set up into the July 10th crash and 50-year-old woman walking in the city's back bay was crossing the street against the signal. Police within the Mike Global Conference tells the Boston Globe that the 54-year-old driver was issued a citation failing yield at the Pennsylvania crosswalk. Fall River, Massachusetts Fall River man who was smashing guitar over his girlfriend's head so hard that pieces had become better to have been sentenced up to 4 years in prison. Here, Children's Time, 8:38 on this Friday morning. It's time now for Sport Report. Let's thank the Boston Red Sox. Thrash the Minnesota Twins 13-2 tonight. The Boston Red Sox will be at Fenway Park taking on Minnesota Twins. Game time 7:10 p.m. at Fenway Park. And the Buffalo Rocks will be at Campanelli Stadium to take on the Nashville Silver Knights. Game time 7:10, which me and Robert Stevens will be attending. The latest results bring the total number of athletes who tested positive for prohibited substances from the first and second waves of realities to 98. Stillwater, Oklahoma. Oklahoma State says junior college transfer Terry Carter is dead after a collapse on a basketball team workout. New Michelle, New York, and Frank Baltimore Ravens jersey beard its name hangs on the wall. And the Bears suburbs 3 state championship team hangs on the number. It was welcome distraction to Pittsburgh Steelers all for a wide receiver, but make no mistake. The way into it runs 2015 season and out of line with the concussion and Steelers on the fourth quarter lead slip away. Pure Channel News Time, 8:39 on this Friday morning, and it's time now for Traffic and Transit Report. Let's study off on the MBT where the subway system is looking good On the computer rail, looking good. On the ferries, they are looking good. Alright, let's take a look at New York City and vicinity, where it is slow going at highways and byways, New York City. Okay, let's take off down and get accurate. Where 95 on the southbound side, it did so from Norwalk, going into 287. 95 on the northbound side is backed up from 2 from La Rochelle, New York, all the way to Stafford, Connecticut. 95 on the northbound side, it is slow around the New Haven stretch. Merritt Parkway, stop and go from Fairfield all the way to Stafford, and slow around the Bridgeport stretch. Route 25 on the 8 on the southbound side, so from the Merritt Parkway to Route 95 from Bridgeport, Connecticut. 95 northbound side, also around the New Haven stretch. I-84 eastbound side, it is slow around Route 8 in Waterbury. And then hit Brits again around New Britain and I-84 eastbound side. Hit the Brits again around downtown Hartford. 91 on the southbound side. It is slow from Hartford all the way at the Middletown. 395. It's looking good from Newland all the way to the Worcester. 95. A little slow from Cranston all the way around Route 37 in Warwick. But otherwise, you are looking good on Interstate 95 from New Haven, Connecticut all the way up till you hit a little slow spot around Route 120 Canton, Massachusetts. 195 westbound side, a little slow for the Providence stretch. Around Route 95, Route 4 southbound side, a little slow, Route 1. And 138 in eastbound side, a little slow around Newport Bridge. But highways and byways of southeastern Massachusetts are looking good. Southeast Expressway at the northbound side, it is backed up from Milton all the way after the Bass Pike. Southeast Expressway southbound side, also Dorchester stretch. 93 to the southbound side is backed up from Medford all the way to the Zakin Bridge in Boston. Route 1 is southbound side of Toby Bridge, it is slow go. Mass Pike to the westbound side, little slow from Logan Airport all the way to South Boston. 128 on the northbound side is slow from Great Plain Avenue all the way after Route 20 Waltham. And then 128 southbound side is slow from 129 Reddit all the way after Route 2 in Lexington. Route 2 westbound side, a little slow for the Lexington stretch. Route 2 eastbound side, so from Arlington all the way after Route Fresh Park Parkway in Cambridge. 95 to the southbound side, a little slow in Kittery, Maine, just after the main turnpike, and I-89 and 91 on the southbound side, little slow after the Canadian border up in Vermont. I-87 to the southbound side, little slow Route 11 after the Canadian border up in Plattsburgh, Vermont. And I-87 to the northbound side, little slow headed towards Plattsburgh, Vermont. Highways and byways, New York State are looking good. I-89 on the eastbound side, little slow in Lock Haven. I-76 on both ends, it is slow from King of Prussia down to Philadelphia. And the New Jersey Turnpike on the southbound side, little slow just before the Delaware Memorial Bridge. Gator Channel News Time, 8:42 on this Friday morning. And it is time now for a weather report. And today, if you got any outdoor activities, make sure you bring this and drink plenty of water, because it is going to be a scorcher today. A scorcher. So wear light clothing, check on the elderly and pets, and wear light clothing. And we got a special weather statement. Isolated scattered severe storms possible late today. The Storm Prediction Center continues its slight risk with severe storms across southern New England. Some severe storms are possible, mainly late this afternoon and evening. Those storms should only be isolated, scattered in coverage of primary risk is strong to damaging winds, some small hail, and heavy rain is also possible. While the chance is very low, weak tornado is also possible. Hazard weather outlook day 1 today tonight. Air quality alert. There will be potential for scattered strong with severe thunderstorms this evening and tonight. Very risk of there will be severe thunderstorm to be damaged in straight line, wind gusts, and hail. Locally, heavy downpours are possible. Day 2 to 7. Saturday for Thursday. No hazard weather expected at this time. Air quality alert. That's Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection and Air Quality Action Day for ground levels on effect from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on Friday. An Air Quality Action Day means that ground level ozone concentration where the region may approach exceeding unhealthy standards. Alright, 7-day forecast goes like this. For today, most of the have a 91 degrees. Southwest about 9 to 13 miles of gusty side, 24 miles an hour. For tonight, chance of showers and thunderstorms before 2 a.m. Some storms could be severe with hail, temperature, winds, heavy rain, and frequent lightning and pitch back up to 2 a.m. Most clouds got the Grand Governor, most coast got about 7 degrees. Southwest about 5 to 8 miles an hour. Chance of 50%. New wave about less than 10 minutes. Just about possible thunderstorms. Saturday, slight temperature showers and thunderstorms after 3 p.m. Sun skies about 93 degrees. West about 69 miles an hour. Chance of 20%. Saturday, most coast got about 67 degrees. Northwest about 3 to 5 miles an hour. For Sunday, the most coast got about 89 about 60 degrees. Northwest about 5 miles an hour. For Monday, most sun skies with a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 2 a.m. high about 93, low about 70 degrees. For Tuesday, mostly sunny, the podcast about 94, about 68 degrees. Wednesday, mostly sunny, the podcast about 88, about 65 degrees. And for Thursday, most sun's gonna have about 87 degrees. Currently in Mount Air, it is clear skies and 78 degrees. Humidity is 36%. And that is gonna be it for the Peter Channel Morning News on 8:30 a.m. on this July 22nd, 2016 on Friday. Peter's a good morning and good positive today. I'll be seeing you for a new news report. Have a good morning.